Hello YouTube, my name is John, and I kind of came up with this idea. I've been researching and getting off the grid and living off the land recently, and I figured, you got these Indian reservations. Well, those are only for Native Americans. Well, why not a Caucasian or any other race reservation? So I kind of thought of, well, why not get a group of people together that want to live off the land, that truly want to do this, and we pitch in, money. Each person pitches in a certain amount of money, could be like $1,000 or whatever, and we get enough people to do this to where we can buy some land down in a warm climate, tropical climate, or it doesn't really have to be tropical. I mean, you can live anywhere. Texas is a good place. You can buy land there for really cheap. A couple $1,000s, you can get quite a few acres. Well, we do this, buy some land, and then we start building houses and stuff out of pretty much scratch. We could build it out of trees or whatever, and if we got money left over, we could have a little help and buy some things from stores. We could buy some bricks, some large bricks, and make some cheap houses, or we could buy lumber, whatever. But the idea is, to get off the grid eventually, and never use any power from any power companies, and never have to go to a store to buy food. And I'm pretty smart in technology wise of building generators and all kinds of different ways to create electricity. I wouldn't want to go as far as like powering things like computers and things like that, because to tell you the truth, I'm getting sick of computers and stuff. I make these videos and things, but it's just to kill time. There's nothing else to do. So the other, well, it was about 4 months ago, I think it was in end of April, I believe. And what I did was I came across some money, and I went camping for a month straight. 1 month, all by myself, no one else. And it was the most wonderful experience I ever had in my life. It was just great being out in nature, being out in the woods all by myself, and I made my own water supply and everything. I boiled it, and it was just awesome. I learned plants that I could eat, natural plants that just grow wild. These weeds. A lot of people don't know about them, and you just researching them. And once you gain this knowledge, it's like, how could you ever starve? So I'm not vegetarian, so I would want meat, so we could have cattle or whatever, but we could just learn how to hunt. And that's what I would like to do, is just learn how to hunt and rely on the plant food, but then the hunting would be like a treat. When we got some type of meat, that would be a treat, and it'd be kind of sacred. And I think that's how it should be. When you get a kill, it should be like, we should not really worship it, but we should be very thankful that we got it, because it's hard to do. Now, we don't have to do it any old-fashioned way. We could have guns, and maybe it would be smart to have some guns for protection and for hunting, just in case it gets rough or whatever. But bows and arrows, things like that, traps, that's the way to go. So this is what I want to do. I want to get together a group of people that are 100% really ready to do this, and that they're not going to back out, that they really want to live off the land and want to give everything up. A lot of people will say, well, I ain't got the money to do this. Well, if you own something already, sell it. Things that we don't need, like computers and TVs and things like that, just sell them. You can do without it, and I wouldn't want that out there. When you're out in nature, it was just so relieving that month that I was out there, because I didn't have no technology. The only thing I had was a radio. That was like the technology. I listened to that, and the only reason I did that is to keep me kind of sane from not being in society. So I listened to the radio. I only listened to talk radio, and I could hear people talking. It was like I was engaging in conversations, So if I was with other people, you wouldn't really even need that. So that's my idea, and please leave comments on this video, what you think of this idea, and if you are interested, please leave a comment or message me, because I'm dead serious about gathering some people up and doing this. I know I got some things that I can sell around here to get my share of money. So if you can do the same, just let me know, because I'm serious about this, and I want to go live off the land. I want my own little tribe or whatever. It'll be our own culture, and we can definitely make it. And there will be, don't be worried and everything. It's not going to be like totally back to the 18th century living or whatever. We will have some type of technology like refrigerators, things like that. The things that we really need to live. I mean, you don't really need refrigerators, but it would be nice to have them when we did get a kill or something and we wanted to store the meat. We'd have a freezer or refrigerator, things like that. And I mean, that's basically all we need. Maybe a radio just for emergency purposes, and a phone for emergency. The phone could be a cell phone, and it just have a certain amount of minutes on it or whatever. And obtaining the money for that, I know that my parents would want to keep in contact with me, and they would be willing to pay a certain amount of money. I know a few of you out there that would have family that would do this too. So I don't think it'd really be an issue about having money to pay for a bill, for a phone bill. I think that we could find someone that would want to do that, or get our families to pitch in all together and pay a phone bill for us, and that way we would have communication to our families and for emergency purposes. But beyond that, these generators that can be made are very simple, very low cost, and would easily be enough electricity to power refrigerators, freezers, possibly air conditioners, things like that. So just give me your input on this idea, and if you're dead serious about doing this, just leave me a message or whatever, and I will definitely hit you up on that. So there you go. Thanks.